Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. It is Wicked Wednesday. I'm going to be using my Prism Oracle deck for this reading for you guys so that you guys can see what it is that you guys might need to know. This could be about the current energy at this time, you know, things like that, right? So let's see what Spirit has for you guys for today. Today's Wednesday, August the 5th. Okay, we're finally in August season, August time. Okay, Leos in August could be significant for some of you guys. Maybe you guys are born Leo, you know, season during August, and I know sometimes Virgo season too, which is like at the almost at the end of the month, right? So first card is space. Okay, for some of you guys could be finding a new space, or some of you guys are needing space, or there's something about like keeping your space or your distance from certain people. But when it comes to like space or wanting space or having space, that is significant. Even a sacred space is very significant too, where say you're in an environment and maybe you found a sacred space that feels safe to you, where you can unwind or have introspection and things like that. Okay, I don't know why, but black holes could be significant too. Like, you know, when you look at a black hole, you know, in I guess like astronomy and things like that, like NASA and all that stuff, like, you know, planets and all that good stuff, that could be significant. Like looking at astronomy, looking at astrology and all that stuff, putting two and two together, seeing that certain things are connected to one another. But this could also talk about a space. Now, there could be a space that you're in that you would want to leave, or there's something about wanting your own space, but space is significant. Okay, Spirit, clarify space for the collective. What about space? Yes, growth. Okay, so like I was saying, something about you guys with a space. Either you left a space and you're growing since you've left this space or environment, whatever this is that you guys left. There's also something about you growing within a space. So it almost feels like someone's overstayed their welcome. Not in a bad way, not in a mean way, but when you overstay your welcome in a space that no longer serves you, it's like there's no more room to grow. And you were somebody who's constantly growing and showing up for yourself, and that's also significant. So take what resonates with that, but there's something about your growth that's significant, okay, when it comes to like a specific space that you're in right now. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective based on their growth? What do they need to know? Thank you. Cleanse. Yeah. So there's something about you cleansing your energy or needing to cleanse. Now, whatever space that you're in, it's like I said, you guys are constantly growing. Some of you guys could have cleansed your space, or there's something about cleansing your energy. And ever since you've cleansed your energy, it's almost like you've seen a shift in the dynamic, or you've seen a change. Okay. And so for some of you guys, cleansing could be significant. This could be a spiritual bath. This could be a candle cleanse. This could be a foot cleanse, whatever cleanse, right? For some of you guys, detoxing is significant. So, you know, like those cleansing drinks, okay, to detox, that's significant too. Some of you guys could be thinking about doing those, right? And that could be significant. But I'm going to keep going and see what else comes out, because there's something about water as well. Some of you guys could be cleansing yourself with water, okay? Drinking more water could be significant, okay? Being near water is also significant, okay? We have creativity. So light bulbs are significant. I don't know why I thought of LED lights. You know what I thought about too? It reminds me of the show On the Spectrum. I don't know if you guys ever seen that show. I personally like that show, okay? Because it's about people who have autism, or they're autistic, or they're just on the spectrum and they're just looking for love. Okay, I really enjoy that show because I really think it's cute. I think they're so adorable, but they're very smart people. Don't let that fool you. Just because they're on the spectrum doesn't mean that they're not smart. They're very smart. They actually know more than me, okay? And I'm just a regular degular girl, okay? So I have a lot of respect for people like that, especially people with Down syndrome and stuff like that, right? But it reminds me of this guy. I can't remember his name on the show, but I know he's on the show Love on the Spectrum. And he has this fascination with LED lights. That's why I said that. So like lights could be significant. It's almost like someone also doing a movie where it's like lights, camera, action. That could be significant. Somebody could be into acting. But if not, there's something about new ideas, like a light bulb going off. So this could be you getting a spark of new ideas. This could be creativity wise. This could be a new project. This could be anything, right? But it's almost like the light flicking off and someone getting like a new idea about something that they're trying to do, or something that they're trying to create. So, you know, like you're sitting in your room, or you're just sitting around and you're just like, man, why can't I ever come up with something? And then all of a sudden, like the next few days, it's like the universe was like, I got you. And they start giving you downloads, and you're just like, well, all of a sudden you're writing all these ideas, you're typing it out, you're, you know, making notes and stuff like that. So take what resonates, okay? But definitely there's something about this energy when it comes to your creativity that's significant, okay? Spirit, what else can you tell the collective when it comes to their creativity? What about their creativity is significant at this time, please and thank you? What can you tell them? Thank you. We have rejection. Okay, so when it comes to creativity, right, you could have felt rejected when it comes to dealing with certain people, or you could have rejected somebody. Now, I always like to say rejection is protection. Doesn't matter if it's you or someone else rejecting you, doesn't matter. Okay, when it comes to your creativity and how you show up, you could have felt rejected from people, or you could have felt like the universe was purposely trying to reject you. But it wasn't because of that. It was because the universe was trying to protect you from whatever this thing you were rejected from. Or you guys could have rejected somebody when it comes to like your creativity, like I said, right? But whatever this is, you are showing up as somebody that maybe you rejected somebody because you're more focused on your creativity. Somebody could also see this about you as well. Like, say if people are watching you, unfortunately, because with social media, everybody has people's numbers or their contact information, or somebody knows somebody, and you have lurkers, okay? Like, I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just trying to be like really realistic. You have lurkers. You have people watching you, people who say they don't want nothing to do with your energy. They're watching you. They're watching you create. They're watching you do new things. And so somebody who's trying to like contact you could have felt rejected in your energy because you are actually focusing on your creativity. You're actually putting time and energy into your work, okay? Nothing is wrong with that. That's on them. Like, if you were in an environment where you were showing up every day and you were doing like everything to put your best foot forward, and they didn't respect that, or they just used and abused your energy because they thought that you're going to come back or you'll always be there forever, that's on them. Let them figure it out on their own. You know, it reminds me of like people who have like 9-to-5 jobs, and like instead of hiring more people and paying people properly, they would rather be very like cheap with the schedule. So they would schedule like 2 or 3 people, wonder why it's so busy, why customers don't show up, and then wonder why their teammates are tired because you guys have a schedule where you're not organized. Or say you guys do the schedule and that person is off on vacation, you're calling that person on their day off like, oh, can you actually come in? We really need you. No, that to me is ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous, because if you're more organized, you wouldn't have to do something like that. So someone could feel rejected, like I said, because you're focusing on your creativity, or, you know, maybe you don't want to work with them, and that's why they feel rejected, because they know that you're better off alone. And some of you guys could feel like this. It's like the reason why you guys are also rejected is because you're supposed to work alone. You're not supposed to work with other people, okay? Yeah, illumination. It's like they see you're shining, okay? Whoever is rejected in this energy, they see that you're shining, okay? You're illuminating, you're shining your light, you're showing up in your energy, okay? You're focusing on your path, okay? The path that you're meant to be on. And that could be very troublesome for some people because, like I said, you're focusing on what matters to you. You're protecting what matters to you. You're basically putting your time, your effort, your energy, you know, sweat, blood, tears, everything into what you like or what brings you joy. It's kind of giving like sun energy. People know that you shine no matter where you are in life or no matter where you go. And I think that's what also bothers people too, because they can't use your energy. Okay, so you illuminating, right? It's causing anxiety for people. Now, like I said, when it comes to you shining your light, someone could try to make you feel anxious, or they could have tried to give you anxiety. Like I said, people like to project a lot, so, you know, it is what it is. Like, you can't really do anything about that but protect yourself. But if you guys were dealing with anxiety or suffering from anxiety and things like that, you are showing up as somebody who is releasing that energy and standing 10 toes down on your power, your strength, and things like that, okay? So it's almost like you guys are releasing this energy. And like I said, whoever felt rejected in your energy, because you're focusing on your creativity and that's what's making you happy, whatever this old energy was that was giving you anxiety, it's like they see you doing better off without them, like I said, okay? Go away, Amazon. Always telling me to buy something. Okay? They're looking at your energy and they're like, whoa, like this person's glowing, they look better, you know what I mean? Like, you look happier without these people in your energy or in your life. And I think that's also a trigger, because when you look at it, people will start to say like, wow, so I was the problem in this person's life. And it's like, well, duh. Like, what did you expect? It's like you're constantly in this energy of sorry guys, it's like you're constantly in this energy of trying to make it seem as if, you know, like you were the problem, or making it seem like, you know, you were an issue or something like that. I'm gonna move my car, guys. Give me 1 second, because I'm parked where I am. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to move my car because you guys know that I don't play like that. I'll move my car if I need to, because the parking lot that I'm in is so big, and all of a sudden everybody just wants to get close. I don't care. Like, I'm moving, okay? But like I said, anxiety is significant, where it's like people were trying to make you anxious or give you anxiety because of their personal problems or whatever they have going on, or the environment was very anxious. And it's like, you know, when people don't listen to what you have to say, or they don't listen to you about certain situations that you can see is a problem, that's the issue that you could have been having, you know, with people, okay? It's the fact that people are pretending and acting as if, you know, they don't see the problem, or they don't see that they are a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you guys could have left the environment, you guys could have rejected an environment, and obviously it's triggering to some people because now they're starting to realize that they genuinely were the problem, and that could be significant too. So I'm gonna see if I can get one more card. Ooh, sorry guys. I thought the cards were all gonna fall out my hands, because I'm in the car, so I hate when that happens. Yeah, it says trust. So whatever this energy is that you guys are in, Spirit is saying to trust it, okay? Trust it. You bring comfort. And that's the reason why people feel like if they're anxious or they have anxiety, it's like the moment that they meet you, they feel very comforted by your energy. They feel that they could trust you. They feel like they've known you a very long time. They feel like you just have something about your energy that's very like caring and nurturing. Leaving your comfort zone could be significant as well, but it's just this something about your energy where it's like you are very comforting. You're a very comforting person. And like I said, it doesn't matter like what type of skills or, you know, what you have on a piece of paper, like a bachelor's or a master's degree. It doesn't matter. If you are naturally a certain way and people see that about you, they will be attracted to you. So that is why I say that a lot of times people are very delusional, because they think, oh, well, I'm a manager and I can treat my staff however I want, or I'm a doctor and I can do whatever I want. It's like, no, you have the paperwork to do it, but there's someone else out there who knows just as much as you do, and they're kinder than you. Like I said, back to the retail thing, it's like, have you ever been like somewhere in retail where you worked in customer service before, and you go to a store and you see how people treat their customers, and you're looking at the person like, well, damn, like if you don't want to be here, then don't be here, you know? Like, it just gives that energy where it's like people just act like they know more because of their position in life, or, you know, they can do whatever because of their position in life. And here you are, it's like you naturally bring comfort and trust into people's energies. And that is why you guys are in the situations that you guys are in, because that's why the universe blesses you all the time, because it's like you're very trustworthy, okay? Yeah, you're leaving your comfort zone. You're somebody who's a natural person to be trusted, okay? And that is why someone could be angry in your energy, okay? We also have here protection. Like, literally, this has been showing up because of your confidence. You're being protected because of movement. And isolation could be, so yeah, isolation. And then we have also your energy. And then we have abundance, okay? And then we have faith. So it's like, because you have faith in yourself, in the situation that you're in, okay, you're being protected, okay? You're being protected. You're a confident person. You're a happy-go-lucky type of person. And there's someone in your energy who does not like that. You know what I mean? There's people out there who just despise you for that. And, you know, it sounds crazy, but it's true. It's like, if you're mad at somebody because they're comfortable in the skin they're in, or they're very confident in who they are as a person, like, no offense, but that's that person's problem. That person has some deep insecurities or some deep problems that they need to heal within themselves. That is not your problem, you guys. Like, I've learned this in my own life and own experience, okay, and I'm about to end it now, but literally I've learned in my own life and experiences that your happiness and joy does not dictate how someone treats you, okay? If people treat you poorly, that's because that's on them. That is how they feel about themselves. That's not anything to do with you per se, okay guys? But I'm gonna end it here, so definitely take whatever resonates with you guys whenever you see this, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading or the next message. But sorry you guys, like anyways, I just want to say thank you guys, and I love you guys so much, and thank you for those who support my channel. My facial expression, I'm trying to work on that, but nothing's gonna change. Sorry guys, it has nothing to do with you. It's just the environment that I'm in right now. I'm just like but anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right guys, have a good one. Bye guys.